Hi everyone! So a couple of weeks ago now I went to see A Monster Calls in the cinema and it was so beautiful. I cried so much, as in red puffy eyes sobbing into my hands, crying. It was wonderful, it was just as good as the book and very, very close to the book and just wonderful in every way. So today I want to talk about A Monster Calls, the film and the book with you, and try and encourage some of you to go and see it and also to read the book if you haven't. A Monster Calls is about a boy called Connor who is going through a really awful situation. His mother is seriously ill, his father lives in America somewhere, and he's being bullied at school. Then one day, a monster appears at his bedroom window and says that he's going to tell him 3 stories to help him cope with what he's going through. And in return, Connor is going to tell him the 4th story, which is the truth that he's been hiding for a very, very long time. The general consensus I got from people who haven't read the book and went to see the film is that the film wasn't what they were expecting at all. I will tell you, it's not about a boy who meets a animated type friend and they go on loads of adventures like the BFG. It's not like that at all. It's a lot more grounded. I said to my friend that it's a very realistic film for a film that's about a tree monster that appears at a boy's window. It doesn't sugarcoat things and it doesn't hide the truth. It puts the truth out in the open, and it's about coping with loss and accepting your reality and coping with grief. And what it does really well is it deals with the truth that a lot of people think but are very uncomfortable to say, and that is something that Patrick Ness in general as an author is very good at doing. He wrote the book and he also wrote a screenplay, which I think is why it's such a faithful adaptation. You will cry a lot. I don't know anyone who hasn't cried at this film. It is very sad, and I love how the film takes a lot of inspiration from the illustrations in the book. If you're going to buy A Monster Calls, I would highly recommend you buy this edition because it's just beautiful, but it takes a lot of inspiration from this art style. And can I show you anything that won't give anything away? Here we go. And like this. And some of the images are literally taken straight out of the book. It's amazing how close it is. The boy who plays Connor is fantastic. He carries the story so well. That was just an amazing casting choice. Well done. Well done. Now I want to talk about spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film or read the book, go away, come back once you have, and we can talk about it some more. I warned you. Let's get into spoilers. Let's start with First Time I Cried. First time I cried in this film was when Connor's mother said that the treatment wasn't working and there's nothing more that they can do. That was when the tears started rolling. I had my friend sitting on this side and no one sitting on this side, and the tears were coming out of this eye. I was looking around, I couldn't see anyone else crying, so I thought, okay, I'll hold it in, no one can see this. But then they started coming out the other eye, and then it was game over. I was gone. I love the way the story deals with grief and how it says that the way you feel when you're dealing with that subject is a legitimate feeling, and it's okay to feel like that, and you should feel like that even. The way Connor feels guilty and angry, and the way he wants it all to be over even though he doesn't, and it's that conflicting emotion that's tearing at him. That really, really got to me. One of the most powerful scenes in the film, and it's one that has stuck with me this entire time, is right towards the end of the film when the sinkhole appears in the ground and his mother is falling into it and he's holding on to her and trying not to let go of her. And then he does, and then the monster is like slamming the ground and breaking it apart and saying, "Tell the truth." I was gone, man. I was gone. That was such a powerful scene. Another scene I loved was the Invisible Man scene. The monster appears by his shoulder and whispers the story of the Invisible Man to him, and you can see all the anger and tension build up, and then he just explodes. The scene when they're smashing the windows of the house, there's all this music playing, it's all very energetic, and the monster saying, "What should I break next? Here, you break this," but obviously in Liam Neeson's voice. He's breaking things, and then suddenly the music cuts and the scene cuts and he's just smashing the lounge to pieces. And then the grandmother walks in and sees it, and oh, I mean, I know we probably all have felt like that at some point in our lives, to actually see it. I really like that the stories the monster tells aren't black and white, and it's not here's the hero, here's the villain, and they're not predictable. And I loved looking at those stories and seeing how they reflected in Connor's life. Overall, I thought the film was beautiful. If you have read the book or seen the film, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. I hope you liked this little film review, and I'll be back in my next video. I hope you're well, and I'll see you next time.